While visiting Glasgow in January 2014, I asked the King for a pub recommendation to visit that evening, and he suggested the Pot Still on Hope Street. Writing notes in the bar, I fell into conversation with three gents on the next table, and asked them about the Candlerig site, which was in the process of being demolished and I'd photographed earlier that day. 4 years later, in February 2018, there seems to have been little progress at the site, and a web search found lots of 2015 links claiming work would soon begin, but no evidence of such. I then found a November 2017 STV news story stating Candlerigs Limited had been granted planning permission for 132 high-quality apartments for sale, 372 new apartments for private rent, a 124-bedroom hotel, 582 rooms for student accommodation, and retail space. My heart sank at the description, as I envisaged another soulless, incongruous, hideous eyesore, which was confirmed by an artist's impression of the completed construction. Deary me. The conversation moved on, and we discussed Scottish independence, the referendum being taken 8 months later in September 2014. All three were voting to cut free, but said they had an affinity with England, especially the trade unions, and didn't wish independence to erode this affinity. They wanted to know what the man in the street in England thought about independence. How do you say, the Englishman in my street couldn't care less, and Scotland is irrelevant to them, nicely? I think I failed. BBC Scotland, they thought, were being even-handed in the debate, and the gent still had faith in politics and democracy. Tarquin would have spluttered his vodka everywhere on hearing this. Politicians in the BBC are like doctors, teachers, farmers and police etc. Wrong uns to a man in his view. The eldest guy told about living in a London squat during the 70s and how he disliked the racism prevalent in London throughout that period. He also relayed a story about driving down from Scotland to picket in Nottingham during the 1984-85 miners' strike. Notts miners were widely regarded as scabs for continuing to work during the strike. The guy was told police were stopping picketers on the motorway, so to dress in suits and if stopped and questioned to say they were salesmen. Attired as told, they were, as expected, stopped and asked what they were doing, and replied that they were salesmen. The policeman eyed them suspiciously, but let them pass. It's hardly surprising he found their answer somewhat dubious, as there were 7 men in the car. He said the ride home, however, was more comfortable, as 3 of their party had been lifted while picketing.